Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome on into the Neutral Zone on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all sports. Lots going on tonight. We got the Chelios jersey retirement in Chicago, the Wings beating the Hawks in overtime from former Hawk Patrick Kane. Kucherov gets 100 points. Bertuzzi got a hat trick on his birthday. Happy birthday to Tyler. Lots of action around the league. 12 games. My Wings are on a hot streak. 5-game winning streak. We'll take it. Plus, Adam Ruzicka got waived by the Coyotes. Why? All that. The neutral zone. So stay out of the penalty box. Don't get checked into the board. Protect your high goal. And what's right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome on into the Neutral Zone on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things sports. I'm your host, Zach Puplis, and Adam Frank will be along shortly. So lots to get into tonight, like we prefaced. Let's see, where do we want to start? Why don't we start with my Wings? Heck yeah. Actually, we got a lot of action going on today. Let's start there. Television games in action tonight. Golden Knights lead the Maple Leafs 3-1 in the third. Coyotes and Canadiens. Canadiens lead that one 2-1. That's also in the third. Red Wings just got another one. They're up now 6-2 on the Capitals, also in the third. At the end of two, we got Panthers and Sabres. Panthers up 2-1. Lightning and Flyers are tied at 1 at the end of two. Senators and Predators. Predators are up 2-1 at the end of one. Hurricanes and Wild lead that one 2-1 at the end of one. And this one just started. Second period just started. Blues and Jets. Jets are up 3-1 in that one. Still to come tonight, we got Kings and Flames. Should be dropping the puck any moment now. Stars and Avalanche at 9:30. And Penguins and Canucks at 10. With the nightcapper being Devils and Sharks at 10:30. So lots of action tonight. We'll start with the one that's nearest and dearest to my heart. The Red Wings. They are on a 5-game winning streak, believe it or not. That's incredible. They are, I think last time I checked, they are still on pace to get a wild card. We'll look into it a little deeper in a few minutes here. But that 5-game winning streak has included a 5-0 win in Calgary, as well as a 6-1 victory at home versus St. Louis, with 3 overtime winners sprinkled in there. At Seattle, 4-3 overtime. At home versus Colorado, 2-1 in overtime. And of course, at Chicago in the United Center, 3-2 in overtime, with the game winner being a breakaway from former Hawk Patrick Kane. So, as Adam said, as a Blackhawks fan, he can't even really be that mad. I mean, it's their boy. And they're on their way to a 6th win in a row against Washington tonight. Still to come, they have the Islanders on Thursday at home, Florida Panthers at home on Saturday, and then away at Colorado next Wednesday. They're sitting at 32-20-6 on the season, which puts them where? 4th in the Atlantic Division. All right. Now let's look at the standings here real quick. So let's see if they were in position for that last wild card last week. So let's see if they're still there. I would certainly hope so if they're on a 5-game win streak. Yeah. Oh, actually, they moved up a spot in the wild card standings. So in the Atlantic, you would have your 3 top teams in the Atlantic: Boston, Florida, Toronto would be getting in. In the Metro, you'd have the Rangers, Hurricanes, and the Flyers getting in. And then 2 wild cards would be Detroit with 70 points and Tampa Bay with 69 points if the season ended today. On the Western Conference side, let's take a look at that as well. Central, you've got Dallas leading. Winnipeg and Colorado would get the 3 spots. Pacific would be Vancouver, Vegas, and Edmonton. And the wild cards would go to LA and Nashville as the playoffs started today. So there you go. There's your update. Speaking of the Wings, let's go ahead and delve a little deeper into that win over the Hawks the other night. Patrick Kane scores the overtime winner in his first meeting. First meeting versus the Blackhawks. Got to feel a little surreal for him, I'm sure, being back in Chicago and not playing for the Hawks. Patrick Kane raised his stick and skated to the middle of the ice 3 times, and the crowd got louder with every lap. It just kept cheering as play resumed, and then picked up again when Kane was shown on the overhead video board. Showtime was back, and no one seemed to care all that much that he plays for one of Chicago's longtime rivals at the moment. Kane returned to Chicago with the Red Wings on Sunday for his first game against the Blackhawks since he was traded to the Rangers a year ago. The 35-year-old winger, nicknamed Showtime for his flashy style, had 446 goals and 779 assists in 1,161 regular season games with his first NHL team. Just like he has so many times before, Kane delivered. He had a goal and an assist in Detroit's 3-2 victory, closing it out on a breakaway 1 minute and 43 seconds into overtime. While celebrating his winner, Kane yelled, "Showtime!" with his arms in the air as the season-high United Center crowd of 21,141 cheered on. Quote, "Just a lot of emotions right now. Scoring that goal, being back here, being on a different team," said Kane, who has 5 goals and 7 assists during an 8-game point streak. Quote, "Just try to show the fans there at the end that they'll always have my heart here," end quote. Kane's Chicago homecoming coincided with the Blackhawks retiring of Hall of Fame defenseman Chris Chelios' number 7 jersey in a pregame ceremony. Chelios also spent time with the Red Wings during his playing career. Some more crossover there. Chelios paid tribute to Kane during his speech, saying the Buffalo native will go down as America's greatest let me restart that. He will go down as hockey's greatest American-born player. There you go. Let's see here. Oh, okay, we already read that. Just kidding. That jersey looks kind of funny, Kaner, but it'll grow on you, he said. And don't worry, it'll work out in the end. You'll be standing here, same as me. That prompted the first in a series of thunderous roars at the United Center. There was another big cheer when Kane was announced with Detroit's starting lineup. I'm sure it took everything in him to not get emotional. Wow. Blackhawks aired a tribute video during the first TV timeout in the first period. The crowd started cheering even before the video started, and then kept going as Kane repeatedly waved in appreciation, wearing a sheepish grin at times. Very cool. Let's see. Quote, "Just so special. You just don't expect anything less from the Blackhawks with a tribute," Kane said. "Didn't know if I did enough laps or too many laps. The guys just kept telling me to go for another one. Go for another one." Some of them wanted to see 4. I only did 3. Well, it was great. End quote. Kane became a free agent after finishing last season with the Rangers. He had hip resurfacing surgery in June and worked his way into shape before signing with Detroit in November. He has 12 goals and 16 assists in 27 games with the Red Wings. "It's been great. I have nothing but positive feelings and emotions here," he said of joining Detroit. "Really enjoyed my time here. I think the group's been great, the coaching staff, everyone just giving me the chance to come in here and fit in and find my game." Kane was selected by Chicago with the number 1 pick in the 2007 draft. He had an immediate impact winning the Calder Trophy for NHL Rookie of the Year after he had 21 goals and 51 assists during the 2007-08 season. it was only the beginning. The rise of Kane, Jonathan Toews, and defenseman Duncan Keith, who may or may not have no teeth, helped the Blackhawks put together the best stretch in franchise history, winning the Stanley Cup in 10, 13, and 15. Chicago also made it to the Western Conference Final in 14, losing to the LA Kings in a 7-game series. Quote, when you go through it, you don't realize how lucky and appreciative you can be, Kane said. But man, I mean, we had some players on that team, and I think the great thing about that team is that we were really close as a group, but there were a lot of inner competitions too. Blackhawks have struggled as of late, and Kane waived a no-movement clause in his contract to facilitate the trade with New York last year. Quote, it was a great run, Kane said. I think we were kind of at the point in time when it was, I think for the organization and myself, it was probably good to just start fresh and just enjoy something different. So, there you go. Congrats to Patrick Kane on the Chicago reunion and the overtime winner for the Hawks. Speaking of Chelios, here we go. So Chicago Blackhawks retire Chris Chelios' number 7 jersey. The Blackhawks retired Chris Chelios' number 7 jersey Sunday night during a pregame ceremony that highlighted the defenseman's hard-charging lifestyle on and off the ice. Prior to a 3-2 overtime loss to the Detroit Red Wings, Chelios, dressed in all black and surrounded by family, friends, and former teammates, blew kisses to the cheering crowd after he was introduced. There were chants of "Chelly, Chelly." Quote, the path, the journey where we come from. This is where I come from. It is hard to believe this is happening, Chelios said. Chelios, 62, a Chicago native, played for his hometown team from 90 until he was traded to Detroit in March of 99. He had 92 goals and 395 assists in 664 regular season games for the Blackhawks. He remains the team's career leader with 1,495 penalty minutes. Quote, he was the ultimate competitor, the ultimate leader, and ultimate friend, end quote, former teammate Jeremy Roenick said. Chelios played in the NHL for 26 seasons, helped in part by a rigorous workout routine that included riding a bike in a sauna. He also played hard off the ice, partying hard into the night at a handful of his favorite Chicago bars on countless memorable evenings. Quote, the best advice I ever got in my career was from him, former Blackhawks defenseman Gary Suter said. Quote, if you drink beer at night, you've got to sweat it out the next day, end quote. Said Roenick, nobody throws a party like Chris Chelios. Chelios began his career in Montreal and played for the Canadiens for 7 seasons. The 3-time Stanley Cup champion was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2013. He was also a 3-time Norris Trophy winner, awarded to the NHL's top defenseman, including twice during his time in Chicago. He has been serving as a team ambassador for the Blackhawks. Quote, playing against him, you knew you were in for a tough night, said former NHL forward Tony Amonte, who played alongside and against Chelios. Quote, he'd have 4 or 5 sticks taped, and they weren't to shoot pucks. They were to break arms. He's a beast. He does everything to an extreme, end quote. Chelios is the 9th player to have his number retired by the franchise, joining Glenn Hall, number 1, Pierre Pilote, number 3, Keith Magnuson, number 3 as well, Bobby Hull, number 9, Dennis Savard, number 18, Stan Mikita, number 21, Tony Esposito, number 35, and Marian Hossa, number 81. Also, a red hawk, a black wing. I don't know what kind of fusion we're going with here. I'll have to storyboard some here with brainstorm some here with Adam here in a bit. But yeah, I kind of like that fusion. Like Palat and Magnuson, Chelios could have some company with number 7 in the rafters at some point. Brent Seabrook was a key defenseman on 3 Stanley Cup champions teams in Chicago, also wearing number 7. So there you have it. Congratulations to Chris Chelios. Let's look at the scores again real quick. Golden Knights now lead the Maple Leafs 4-2. That's in the third. Canadians are up on the Coyotes 3-1 in the third. Also in the third. Oh my goodness. The Red Wings just keep pouring it on. I love it. 8-3 in the third. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in that game. I'll take it, man. Sweet. Panthers up 3-1 over the Sabres in the third. Flyers up 4-1 over the Lightning in the third. Predators up 2-1 over the Senators in the second. Also in the second, we got Wild 2, Hurricanes 1. In the second for this game as well, we got Jets up 3-2 over the Blues. This one just started a couple, looks like 12 minutes ago, thereabouts. Kings and Flames in the first. They are tied at 0. Still to come tonight, Stars and Avalanche at 9:30. Penguins and Canucks at 10. And the nightcap, Devils and Sharks at 10:30. Let's do a little deeper dive here on the Red Wings. 8 goals scored tonight? My goodness. The little tracker just said puck in benches, and I thought it was saying puck in bunches. More like goals in bunches. Scoring summary. Okay, so Larkin with an assist by Lucas Raymond. DeBrincat with an assist by Larkin and Patrick Kane. Max Pacioretty got a goal on a power play for Washington. Assist by Ovechkin. Robbie Fabry got a goal on the power play for Red Wings, assisted by Patrick Kane and Dylan Sprong. JT Compher got a shorthanded goal with an assist by Andrew Kopp and Maurice Cedar. Shane Gostisbehere here. He got a goal as well with an assist by Lucas Raymond. Jay Velino got a goal, assisted by David Perron. Lucas Raymond got another goal, assisted by JT Compher. And Shane Gostisbehere here got a goal as well, another goal to start off the game, assisted by Velino and David Perron. So let's see here. We got 2 by Gostisbehere here. And 2 by Raymond, I believe. Oh, no. Just 1 by Raymond. 1 by Larkin, 1 by DeBrincat. Okay, so, yeah, Gostisbehere is the closest to a hat trick tonight. So he's just got to get 1 more in the next couple minutes. Next minute and a half, looks like, if he wants a hat trick. But, man, talk about even scoring throughout the whole team. That's incredible. Whew, they're just pouring it on. Love to hear it. Okay, so a lot of Red Wings tonight. A lot of Red Wings, a lot of former Red Wings. Speaking of another former Red Wing, Maple Leafs forward Tyler Bertuzzi nets a hat trick on his 29th birthday. Bertuzzi scored 3 times, including a go-ahead power play goal with 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining, as the Maple Leafs defeated the Colorado Avalanche 4-3 on Saturday night for a 7th straight win. Bertuzzi, a free agent signing last summer who has struggled with his new club, posted a multi-goal effort in a regular season game for the first time in more than 2 years, and he did so on his 29th birthday. According to ESPN Stats and Information, Bertuzzi is the 4th player in NHL history to record a hat trick, including the game-winning goal, on his birthday, and this is the first time that it's happened for a Maple Leafs player. What's more, the effort was his first hat trick since October 14th, 2021, when his Detroit Red Wings met the Tampa Bay Lightning. Bertuzzi posted the winner when he took a pass from William Nylander and knocked it past Colorado goaltender Alexander Georgiev. Bertuzzi's goal came soon after Mikko Rantanen drew a delayed penalty for sending the puck out of play. Quote, a great road trip for us, said Bertuzzi, whose team closed out a 4-game trip by outscoring opponents 21-11. Wow. And earning a maximum of 8 points. Quote from Colorado coach Jared Bednar: "It was frustrating because I thought we played hard and we did a lot of good things, but we certainly didn't score easy, and I felt like we did it to ourselves." Fourth hat trick of the month for the Maple Leafs. Only 4 teams have had 4 hat tricks in a single month over the past 25 years, according to NHL stats. This also includes Winnipeg in 2018, Columbus 2018, and Los Angeles in 2005. Contest was billed as a showdown between 2 of the league's top players in McKinnon and Austin Matthews. Was McKinnon who won in the statistical department, recording 3 assists to give him at least a point in all 28 home games this season. But Matthews, who had an assist, took home the all-important win, a rare one at Ball Arena, where Colorado entered with the best home mark. Let's see. Mitch Marner on Bertuzzi, quote, "The last couple of weeks, he's really been playing some great hockey." And there you go. So, congrats and also happy birthday to Tyler Bertuzzi. Glad your tenure with the Maple Leafs is looking up. All right, we are going to hit a break. You are listening to The Neutral Zone on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Dentarius Locke.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That give you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
What's up, everybody? This is Darren Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunderous Spikes? Then I have the show for you. Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Yo, what's going down? This is Spaced Out Sports with your host, J-Man, giving you all Houston sports straight from the source. Brought to you IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. In this show, we're going to talk about everything Houston, through and through, and everything. We're going to talk about the surrounding areas. We're going to talk about local sports, everything in Texas in general, mainly Houston, but we're going to talk about everything in the sports world. I want to hear from y'all. Y'all definitely going to hear from me. We're going to go from anything all over, from football to MMA to everything. Let's have a good show. I'm looking forward to hearing from the city. Y'all make sure y'all just check me out every Wednesday right here at Spaced Out Sports, brought to you by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go.
Hey, Cleveland and Columbus sports fans, this is Jen D, host of the Show of the Land on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. If you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in live to the Show of the Land on Tuesdays, where we will cover the Cleveland Browns, Cavs, Guardians, and Monsters. We will also talk about the Columbus Blue Jackets, Crew, Fury, and of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll also cover other colleges in the area like Akron, Kent State, Cleveland State, Mount Union, John Carroll, Baldwin Wallace, Youngstown State, among others. So like I said, if you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in Tuesdays to the Show of the Land with Jen B on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and sinners. Hello, sports fans around the world. Hello, IE Sports family. This is Cale Henderson, the host of IE Vegas, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio. If you folks are interested in sports in the Vegas area, if you're wanting to have a blast for 1 hour every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this is a show built for the Vegas sports fans, where we feature the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Aces, and the University of Las Vegas, Nevada Rebels. Hopefully, fingers crossed, MLB team coming soon. Either way, if you folks are looking to have a blast for 1 hour each and every week, tune in Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you folks are interested in Vegas sports news, go to our Twitter, at SinCities_IESR, and you can speak with me, the host, Cale Henderson, at Cale_Henderson on Twitter. At any time, be happy to reply. Always want to reach out to our fans. Again, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
And welcome back into the Neutral Zone here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Adam and Zach back with you here for the last, 18 minutes or so of the show. Apologize for my tardiness. Long story short, I had a long day at work, and then I have 2 kids, and yeah, they don't understand time very well. So So thank you, Zach, for starting things off on the night. I appreciate it.
Of course, you're welcome.
So let's get, before we move on, I know you've got a most amazing story of the past week that, my goodness, I can't believe that we get to talk about players on TikTok losing their jobs because they just apparently lose their brains out in the desert. But before we get to that, I do want to comment a little bit on the Patrick Kane stuff. That game from over the weekend, that was, you brought it up. I know every Blackhawks fan that I've interacted with, we genuinely aren't mad that the game ended that way.
Right.
That's the loudest cheers the Red Wings have ever gotten in a game in Chicago. was during that. That was the most bizarre, kind of surreal thing out of all that, but it was so poetic. Patrick Kane, meanwhile, the game has gone final there in Detroit tonight, 8-3 over the Capitals. Patrick Kane had 2 assists tonight. That puts him on a 9-game winning streak. He is now on one of the longest streaks in Red Wings history. First of all, for a player that is 35 or older, there's only a handful of guys that have gone on longer point streaks with the Red Wings that have been 35 or older. And also there's only a handful of guys that have gone on this long of a point streak in their first year with the Red Wings. So Patrick Kane is, suffice to say, having an impact on his in his first year in Detroit.
Oh, definitely.
Meanwhile, this winning streak for the Red Wings, this is now the longest winning streak that the Red Wings have gone on since Steve Yzerman has been in the front office. It's 6 straight wins now for the Red Wings. They are red hot, if you will, right now.
Woo!
So
Go ahead.
Some good things going on there in Detroit right now.
Yeah, like I was saying, they went up 1 spot in the wild card standings. So that's definitely helping. They just need to keep a hold of that for a little bit longer here. Another, 2 months?
Yeah. There's still a lot of hockey. There's still a lot of hockey, but
yeah. I was trying to come up with. You said red hot Red Wings. Well, we talked about a lot of Hawks that were Blackhawks like Blackhawks that were Red Wings that were Blackhawks tonight. So are we going with Black Wings, Red Hawks? What's the fusion term here?
Well, I mean, I'm sure I've brought this story up. The one and only time I've been to a sporting event where I was actively rooting for the road team was a Blackhawks Red Wings game back in the strike shortened 2013 season, and
back at the Joe, right?
Yeah, back at the Joe. That was one of, if not the last season, it was one of the last seasons of the Joe.
Oh,
and there were so many Hawks fans in attendance that when they were trying to do the "Let's Go Red Wings" chant, it came off as "Let's Go Black Wings" or "Let's Go Red Hawks." That's you could not tell what the team was. So I kind of prefer Red Hawks. That to me just flows off the tongue more easily than Black Wings. But
sure.
Either one is very appropriate. Yeah, you had obviously Patrick Kane, Alex DeBrincat, Peter Mrazek on the other side of things.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Chelios got his number retired. Obviously, he played for both. Marian Hossa was in attendance. Yep. Oh, yeah, there were a lot of – both sides were very well represented all around.
Very fitting for where we live.
Exactly. Very, very fitting. So,
Red Hawks. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
But you have it just an awesomely amazing story of just sheer stupidity from out in the desert, and I please regale us with this tale.
Oh, it's not a tale of redemption and the human spirit and one of those like Olympic inspiring stories. No.
Oh no. This is a tale of sheer human stupidity on an epic grand scale.
And dumbassery.
Yes, indeed. So much so that Taryn, who's in the chat room tonight, Taryn and Ralph both in the chat room hanging out with us. Good evening, gentlemen. Taryn, as you may know, on SoCal Supreme on Friday afternoons, he will have a regular part of his show is naming dum-dums of the week. This person got a nomination for Dum Dum of the Week.
Right. All right. Ex-Flames player Ruzicka apologizes for, quote, big mistake caught on video. Former Calgary Flames forward Adam Ruzicka has issued an apology just days after his contract was terminated by the Arizona Coyotes. Contract termination came mere hours after the 24-year-old posted a video of himself with a white powdery substance to his Instagram story. Ruzicka was promptly put on waivers on Friday afternoon and then had his contract officially terminated on Saturday after clearing. Ruzicka broke his silence on the ordeal this morning, posting an apology on the very same Instagram account where the initial video hit that caused this ordeal had originated. Quote, I made a big mistake and I'm going to learn from my mistakes, he wrote. I love you all and I'm forever grateful for you all, Adam. A former fourth-round draft pick of the Flames back in 2017, Ruzicka spent parts of 4 seasons with the team between 2020 and 2024. During that span, he scored 14 goals and 40 points in 114 games in Calgary. Last month, the team placed him on waivers, where he was claimed by the Coyotes. He played just 3 games in the desert, scoring no points before having his contract terminated. He's now a free agent and is eligible to sign with any of the other 31 NHL teams. The NHL Player Association does have about 60 days to file an appeal on his behalf. Wow. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that one, sir.
Yeah. Well, I feel like what is it? Was it Wedding Crashers with Will Ferrell with the hang gliding accident? What an idiot!
What an idiot! Exactly. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just you gotta.
Go ahead.
I mean, most of us at one point were 24 years old, and we all did stupid things. But my gosh, man, come on, seriously,
You're right.
Seriously,
oh,
come on, use your brain for
right.
Come on.
Well,
there was nobody else said, dude, you might want to stop and think about this for a second before you post this.
Right? Oh, these people, oh man, oh my gosh. It just fries me. They have so much talent, and they're having not only once but twice. He's been with 2 different teams in the NHL, and he goes and blows it by doing something this stupid. Like, really, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Keeping with the theme of weirdness, though, a little bit here.
Oh, I was going to say we need the That 70s Show Red Foreman award for him. What a dumbass.
Keeping with the theme of weirdness in hockey, though, we had a bit of a situation in Philadelphia this evening. Apparently the arena lost power for a little while. I've been trying to get information here as I'm scrambling here live. The game did go final. The Flyers beat the Lightning 6-2 tonight, but apparently they lost power in the building there for a little while. Let's see, but they played. That's the other crazy part of this is they played.
They still played in the dark?
Yes, they played. It was 1-0, 13:43 left to go in the first.
Wow.
Part of the building lost power. The game was stopped. Emergency lights remained on. About 3/4 of the building had power. They delayed the game for 9 minutes. Then they just picked up where they left off with the lighting down a little bit.
Okay.
I'm reading this is a report from ESPN. The teams were instructed to resume play in lower lighting than usual. The end of the rink where Tampa Bay was shooting was a bit darker than the rest. However, most of the east end of the building had no power, including the concourses, suites, and the balcony level where executives from both teams, the broadcast booths, and the press box are all located.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I don't know if they were able to actually broadcast the game then for that part. We do have the president of Wells Fargo Center had a statement here. During the first period, we had a transformer on the event level go. It blew up, burnt up. I don't know why. I don't know if it came from external stuff or inside the building.
Sure.
So transformer blew. That's fun. It did not catch fire. No one was injured. Crews were able to remove it from the system. Electricians were then able to get back going. They restored power during the first intermission.
Good. Full
lighting was restored in time for the start of the second period.
Oh, okay.
So, scoreboard, game clock, audio, and public address systems were out.
Oh, my God.
How the hell were they playing this game? Okay, guys, we're just skating. The refs are keeping time on their watches. It's a bit like Marty McFly at the end of Back to the Future. Watch me for the changes and try to keep up.
Right.
Meanwhile, the audience is sitting there going, well, we hope we know what's going.
Right.
This is fun.
As for the score, they've got like the tennis cards that they just flip over, you know? Looks like a Rolodex.
Yup. So some fun in Philadelphia tonight also at Wells Fargo Arena there, at Wells Fargo Center there in Philadelphia as, they had a transformer blow. You know,
Wow.
I had something kind of similar to that happen the last time my wife and I went to a Blackhawks game, actually.
Okay, sure.
They were in the middle of playing. It was right at the start of the second period, and all of a sudden, the lights went down. The lights just dropped. All it was on were the emergency lights. And now it came right back up. There were no They blew the horn, and they stopped play and just waited as the lights came right back up, and then they just resumed. But we were all joking throughout the 300 section that, somebody forgot to pay the bill again. Somebody hit the wrong button.
Right.
They were late from coming back from a TV timeout. That's what it was. You know, jokes like that flowing all around. But
right.
It is kind of weird though to be sitting there and it's like, wait a second, it got awfully dark in here.
Right. Well, I got two on that note. So back in Philly. So let's see. Well, you've heard of cosmic bowling, right? Why not cosmic hockey?
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And my second comment is, did somebody forget to unplug Gritty's hair straightener?
You know what? Gritty You're to blame for this, Gritty. We know it was you. He'd totally take credit for it, too.
He's got like 6 of those, high-powered Dyson ones.
Oh, yeah, and he's got them all plugged in simultaneously, too.
Right.
One last note here on an unrelated subject, and then we have to call it a night because we do have Cale Henderson and Sin City Sports coming up right after us. Taryn has a new acronym for his beloved Anaheim Ducks.
Ooh,
drastically underachieving, carelessly knowing squat.
Oh, ooh.
And on that note, we are going to sound the horn. Well, that does it. Thank you for sticking with us tonight as we had some issues getting the show started, but we got through them. Thank you, Zach, for getting everything started solo there for a little bit. Appreciate that.
Of course.
And some other thank yous and shout outs. Of course, our sponsors here at IE Sports Radio. Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet. You find them at planetjerky.net. And also Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps. And on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Thank you to Larry B for hanging out with us in the chat for all the hard work you do behind the scenes, sir. Appreciate that. And then for hanging out in the chat room with us tonight, Taryn Rodriguez and Ralph Police. Thank you, gentlemen, for hanging out with us tonight. Coming up right after us, it is Cale Henderson of Sin City Sports getting you caught up on everything happening in the world of Las Vegas sports. The Golden Knights are doing well tonight, so we will be excited to get you caught up there. They snapped the Toronto Maple Leafs winning streak at 7 games with a win tonight 6-2. So he will have some excitement there. For Zach Pupless, I am Adam Karnick. Together, we are the Neutral Zone. Until next week, be good, be safe, be healthy, light the lamp, stay out of the penalty box, protect that 5-hole. We will see you next time.